We are on a mission to help 1 lakh investors reach a 1 crore portfolio. You can start from wherever you are, even with a small amount. All we ask is that you think big and stay committed. If you're someone who wants to build wealth the right way, backed by research, discipline, and the right support system, we would love to work with you. Or if you know someone who needs this, share this with them. Let's start the conversation. Fill out the form in the description below, and our team will get in touch with you. Hi. When we started Milestones to Wealth, one thing was immediately clear. The problems with wealth management were far too common and they cut across age, profession, and income levels. We saw affluent individuals who had the capital, the intent to invest, and the willingness to build wealth. But they were busy building their careers or business and didn't have the time to deeply study financial products. That gap was often exploited. They were being missold ULIPs, NFOs, and mutual funds that didn't align with their financial needs or goals. Products were being recommended not because they made sense for the investor, but because they generated higher commissions for the distributor. It was even worse for smaller investors, people who were just getting started, who needed the guidance the most, but they had no one to support them because their corpus didn't really add much value to the distributor's bottom line. And this was just one part of the problem. Across the board, we noticed a lack of transparency, little to no handholding, generic recommendations, and almost no accountability. Advice or recommendation was driven by incentives and not investor outcomes. Communication was patchy and portfolio construction was rarely personalized. And this is the gap we set out to solve at M2W. Our intent has always been to provide a holistic investing experience where the client sits at the center and the portfolio is built around their specific needs, aspirations, and constraints. Everything we do is driven by one simple question. What does the client really need to grow their wealth? What is their savings potential? What milestone are they looking at? And how can we help them push further to do more, to think bigger, and to get there with clarity and confidence? That shift from what the distributor earns to what the investor needs changes everything. Unlike most of the industry where decisions are made based on the commission structures, our investment process is driven by research. We have a dedicated research and strategy team that studies every fund in depth. We don't just look at the past returns, we look at the fund's portfolio, the sectors it's exposed to, the consistency of the fund manager, and the current valuation. We invest only when the fund meets our standards and is available at the right entry point. Take NFOs for example. Distributors often earn the highest commissions on NFOs, but at M2W we stay away from them. Simply because they don't come with any history. You don't know the portfolio, you don't know the holdings, you don't know the strategy, you don't know how it's going to perform. Also, we invest in gold, silver, and debt, not because they don't earn us anything, but because they add value to the portfolio. And when you build a process like that, mis-selling is automatically eliminated. Another major gap in the industry is the complete lack of transparency and engagement after you've made the investment. See, if you're an M2W client, you don't just get access to your portfolio on our app. You also get weekly client-only webinars where we walk you through what we are doing, why we are doing it, and what we are seeing in the markets, because we believe it's important that you understand where your money is going, right? So our job isn't just to sell you a product, it's to understand your saving habits, identify your long-term goals, and help you achieve them. Whether your milestone is 10 lakh, 1 crore, or $1 million or something much bigger, we have helped clients get there and we are working with many more on that journey. But that kind of outcome is only possible when you build a long-term relationship with the investor and not a transactional one. It's only possible when you shift the focus away from yourself and onto the investor, when portfolios are built through collaboration and research and not gut calls, when the engagement is consistent and not one time, when investment decisions are driven by personalized advice and not payouts, and when there's real accountability. That's how it should be, and that's how we do it at Milestones2Wealth. So if you're currently investing through a bank or a distributor who isn't really working in your interest, maybe it's time to pause and reflect. As an investor, you deserve someone who's thinking about your portfolio when you're not. Someone who understands your risk appetite, your aspirations, and your life goals. Someone who builds around you, because investing isn't just about getting high returns, it's about getting it the right way. And when that happens, returns become the natural outcome. If that's the kind of investing relationship that you're looking to build, click the link in the description below, fill out the form, and let's start a conversation. Let us show you what better investing experience looks like.